Welcome to Inside 300, presented by InsideTheMagic.com. I'm your host, Brian Perry. It's time to get you caught up on everything you need to know about Disney parks in just 300 seconds.
Well, what year is it? Doesn't really matter. Could be the year 3000, and Disney would probably still be announcing something like the 794th return of the Main Street Electrical Parade. The company took to TikTok to release this video. While the music and Snail are surely nostalgic, some fans bring up some good points. We're bringing back a parade that first debuted nearly 50 years ago, but we're bringing it to Disneyland. Meanwhile, Disney World gets a one-float cavalcade. Not to mention, what's up with the beloved Paint the Night floats? Are they just collecting dust? I still think Paint the Night is an all-timer, maybe even top 3 parade Disney has ever put out. It's still running in Hong Kong, but Disneyland's ran for just a few years before oddly disappearing. DEP, or the Main Street Electrical Parade, is fine, but if we're going to bring something back for nostalgia reasons, wouldn't it have made sense to put it in Orlando? Yeah, what do I know? The maiden voyage of the Disney Wish is slowly approaching, and with it comes Arendelle, a Frozen dining adventure, which is a Frozen-themed theatrical dining experience. Queen Anna and Kristoff are celebrating their engagement and have invited you, their honored guest, congratulations, to join them. Behold festive musical performances from Elsa and Olaf as you devour hearty Norwegian-inspired cuisine made by Oaken himself. Speaking of Oaken, Disney released this new promotional image of the memorable character, which marks one of the first times he'll actually be meetable in a park or a cruise. Along with Arendelle, a Frozen dining adventure, the new ship will also debut 2 more brand new restaurants: Avengers Quantum Encounter and 1923, named after when Walt Disney Studios was founded. Here is the buzz on Lightyear, the new Pixar film slated to hit theaters next summer. See what I did there? Disney dropped the 93-second teaser early on Wednesday morning, which gave us our first clear-cut look at Buzz Lightyear, the Space Ranger astronaut, not Buzz Lightyear the toy. Director Angus MacLane, who co-directed Finding Dory, says the movie is a straightforward sci-fi action film about Buzz Lightyear the human, and draws inspiration from sci-fi films between the late 70s and late 90s. The toy that Andy played with in the Toy Story franchise was simply based on the real Buzz Lightyear hero, who we will get to know with this movie. One stark difference, of course, is that Tim Allen, the iconic voice of the Space Ranger, is not present. Instead, Chris Evans of Captain America fame will be taking on the role. In terms of the plot, here's what MacLane had to say. If the core elements of what Buzz is were to be paid off correctly, you would want to make sure that he had a laser, probably want to make sure he had rocket legs, and you'd want to make sure that at some point he had a recognizable antagonist. Essentially, expect to see the evil Emperor Zurg show his mug in the new film. Lightyear finds itself in an interesting position, as it's not a prequel nor a sequel to the famed Toy Story films. Instead, it's a standalone flick that lives in, and bear with me while I say this, the Toy Story universe. Lightyear is set for a June 17th, 2022 release, stepping in as the 26th Pixar film. However, it isn't the next Pixar film on deck. That honor belongs to Turning Red, which released a teaser 3 months ago and is about a girl who poofs into a red panda whenever she's emotionally overwhelmed. That movie is slated for March 2022. Continuing with the Lightyear theming, the 595 guest room Toy Story Hotel has an official opening date out in Tokyo. Cutting the ribbon on April 5th, 2022, the hotel is set to be positioned as a moderately priced resort. Each of the rooms will be reminiscent of Andy's room, complete with toys and the recognizable blue sky wallpaper. A buffet will open within the building titled Lotso's Garden Cafe. Along with the food, you can expect to see the strawberry-smelling giant teddy bear greeting guests.
That's going to do it for this episode of Inside 300. If you like what you saw, be sure to subscribe. Click that bell icon. This way you're notified every time we come out with brand new content. I've been your host, Brian Perry, and I will see you next time. As always,
Bye-bye.